Corey, Celeste, and Juko ambush Mikan, but Mikan's able to fend them off using only a broomstick. She probably, let me tell you what happened. This was probably Mikan trying to use a broomstick. She tripped. The broomstick flew into like a chandelier, and the chandelier probably like cascaded down onto all three of these, perfectly trapping them so Mikan could get away. There's no way she did that on her own merit. Of the Radiance Toon Link, Dave Bravo, Dave Anomaly, and Amokars. Few know me as a man. The man. This is the last Brand Steel episode in 2023. The last one in the year of the Radiance, which has been a really creative year. In the end, you know what, let's just go ahead and pop in here, because we got a lot of things to talk about. And so in a minute, I will talk to you. Welcome to the Danganronpa Hunger Games. So, let's talk. We have... Oh man, you know what? I saw something in here and realized, maybe I should fix that. And then I said, no, I'm leaving it. We got a bunch of competitors here. In fact, it's the year of the Radiance, so I said, hey, you know what? Let's let everybody in here and see who wants to cap off their year in Brand Steel. Right, so we got everybody. It's a whole cast. We got Makoto. Well, first of all, Trigger Happy. We got Makoto, Hina, Togami, Celeste, Tag Team Championship Hero, Hifumi, Junko? Taka, Kyoko, Leon, Mondo. She's gonna be called Junko the entire time. Mukuro, Sakura, Freaking Sayaka, Toko, and Hero. District 2, Danganronpa 2 sees Hajime, Akane, Fat Togami, Chiaki, Fuyiko, Gundam, Crazy Yoko, Ibuki, Kazuichi, Mahiru, Mikan, Nagito, Nakamaru, Peko, Sonya, Teru, Crazy Yoko Ultra Large, and Azuru. District 3 sees Ultra Spare Girls as Komaru, Jack, Jotaro, Kotoko, Masaru, Monica, Nagisa, Haiji, Hiroko, Champion of Champions, Nagisa, Haiji, Hiroko, Taichi, and Yuta. District 4 sees V3, Kaede, Angie, Gundam, Himiko, Kibo, Kaito, Kurumi, Kokichi, Kori, Maki, Mew, Rantaro, Ryoma, Shuichi, Tenko, our Agent of Chaos, and Samugi. Lastly, well not lastly, we have Danganronpa 3, Chisa, Daisaku, the Great Gozu, Juzo, Tengen, Kizakura, Munakata, Ruruka, Mitarai, Young Mitarai, Seiko, Izuyoi, and Maya. And lastly, we see the Bears. Monokuma, Usami, Monodam, Monokid, Monofumi, Monosuke, Monotaro, Shirakuma, Kurakuma, and... I didn't want to take too long with this intro because we have a lot to talk about. So let me talk to you. We are about to celebrate a year of this, actually. Of this song. At this point, we've heard this song, I think, for a year. Because I believe we did like one build-up video a week before Inferno. And I think it did feature this song. I'm excited. It's the new year, and I guess it's really like a season 2 of Friday Night Inferno. That being said, we have a couple of things that'll be going on. First and foremost, open right now in the description, and more than likely now in the community tab. It is AEW Year-End Awards, because we no longer have any matches scheduled for 2023. We've been through it all. It's your year-end award, so essentially any match that's happened throughout 2023, all of the performers in 2023 and in 2022, since we didn't have like a full year or like a consistent schedule for the AEW like we did in 2023. All of that's included in the first ever AEW Year-End Awards, which will be recognized on the first anniversary of Friday Night Inferno. Exciting. Those categories are open right now, and there's a write-in category for all of them, in addition to some that you can just vote on. However, Match of the Year is only write-in. So think about, and don't even think about it too hard, just think and say, man, which match really stays with me to this day? There's a bunch of them. There's performances all over the place, and I can think of like a good handful. I know some of you already voted, and I'm excited to see how that unfolds. That's fantastic. It's gonna be a good time. That being said, that's not the only voting you have to do live now on the US Aviator homepage. We're gonna run a match back. We have matches from all of the Infernos, all of the major live events, all of the fractures, all of the build-up streams. One match from every single one of them in 2023. So, go ahead. Pick your favorite. Pick your poison. Which one do you want to see run back? The run back will happen for one of these matches. Let it be known. And we also have 2 matches already on the books at this point. Both tag team champions will defend their titles. Coldest Day will defend against Gin and Iroh, and against the Bug Hunters. Inaba Investigation Team will defend against the Blades of the Ages, and of course, the Racket of Song. But that's all that I got for right now. We might have some more match announcements either later or some other time, but there's something else we need to do before I get to your picks and whatnot. No, we don't have to roll the dice. We have to spin a certain wheel. And to do so, there we go, in 3, 2, 1, there we go. Tenko's got a pretty good chance. She's got pretty good odds to make your champion Nagisa forced to defend those titles right here tonight. However, will that happen? I mean, like, we'll see. We will see. We will see very shortly. Because I'm gonna spin that wheel right now, and as it goes, and it turns, where it stops, nobody knows, but we're about to find out together. Will Chaos reign today, or will maybe it reign next time in the 1 vs 100 episode? We see. It's rained in that episode before because it's got a good chance to rain next week as well. Order remains. Fair enough. That being said, make your picks first, second, and third. Who? I'm not even gonna say who had the best year in the Danganronpa Hunger Games this year, because I think it's been pretty spread. We've seen a lot of like new champions, but you know what? I take it back. I will ask that because there's a couple standouts, Shuichi and Mitarai among them. For this year, yeah, absolutely. I think they are like 2 strong standing competitors for this was their year. Most of it was early on this year, in like in the winter, early winter rather, because it's winter right now technically. Early winter in like January, February, and spring they rocked, and Shuichi rocked again with in tag team action too, and during the summertime. And I think Mitarai might have rocked again too. Look, they both kind of rocked. They both cooked it. And it took them so long to really cook, but then they learned, and this was their year. And who knows what will be in store for next year is the real question. Also, keep in mind that OC Action returns this Sunday. Singles OC Action is back. But more importantly, I have to go through your comments from last time because we're gonna have a good time with them. Last time, what did I ask you? That's a very good question, isn't it? Last time was our Sleigh Ride episode. And as such, let me also remove this real quick. There we go. As such, honestly, this is the part where I ask you guys which, like, cartoon or TV show theme song just slapped for no reason. It had no right to slap so much. Anthony Sub giving us A World Without Danger, the Code Lyoko theme song. I've listened to both variants of that one too. One of them starts with There's a World That Is Virtual and Strange, and the other one starts with There's a World That Is Virtual and Different. And you know, I like them both. I think I like the lyrics on the Virtual and Strange, but Evil Corrupts It and Zan is his name, that version. However, I think the actual lyricism not lyricism, the actual vocals are better on the French to English version. But I digress. XSP says, I'm coming here just to say happy birthday to Boss. It was boss time though. Matthew Glover says, theme song that goes way too hard, Dinosaur King. And I don't know why, I feel like I do know that one. I think I do know that one. Arrow Phoenix Not Right says, oh gosh, I can hear the simping already. Theme song, I can't really think of anything from my childhood right now, but The Ghost and Molly McGee comes to mind. But it gives me animation ideas, and I love animation ideas. I can't even animate. Maybe one day I'll learn. Ryan, who says, oh no, I'm late to watching this. This was all before everything that went down at the fight before Christmas. That's crazy. That's nuts. Gravity Falls was Randobot's pick, which, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a pretty solid pick. I'm for real. Let me see, the Utsugi's Hunger Games Adventures, they were still training for their matchup. They were not prepared for Hu Tao, but you know what? They still had a fun time together, and that's all that matters. Kotoko's still very angry at Nagisa, though. Golden Gamer. What did you say? The Phineas and Ferb theme song, that's right, and I think that might be the spiciest one, because that theme song cooks, it really does. And I don't know if you've listened to the full version cooks too. This could possibly be the best day ever. And the forecast says that tomorrow will likely be 1,006 times better or something like that. I almost implore you guys to listen to the full theme song for that. They're cooking on that track. Kuzu said who I would like to go on a sleigh ride would be Twin Magic, which would be cute. However, the song that goes way too hard, you actually go in for gaming, and you went for the actual original soundtracks for Danganronpa and Rain Code. And I agree with that. Danganronpa clearly has a lot of bangers. Rain Code, though, I think does have a couple of sleeper bangers, just like in terms of the mystery dungeon music. Some of those go kind of hard. Kitty Bubbles, who says the question of the day, they gave it to Disney's Miles from Tomorrowland theme song, Way Out by Bo Black. I'm a sucker for instrumentals. I'm here for it. You also jinx Nahida hard, and you jinx all of Snapshot hard. I did see that. I was like, you know, every so often y'all are jinxing more than me. Cherry Berry, who says a theme song that goes way too hard, the Pokemon Galactic Battle for me. Nice. When you said that, I was like the original Pokemon theme song, but Galactic Battle, solid pick. There's a couple like other Pokemon themed, or just Pokemon songs in general that go real hard for no reason. Sonic Gaming says Camilla Pure. Sure, I'll believe that. First of all, incredible. Then goes with the Full Metal Alchemist Erase theme that slaps. So I wanna be like, you know, Full Metal Alchemist. Oh man, I'm sure nothing has happened, or no one from FMA has you know transpired and caused a little bit of chaos recently. Lady Psychic does go for the first US Pokemon theme song, which is real good. There's a reason why it overshadowed the Japanese themes. It just went. It cooked. They did cook on that one. And then lastly, I'll absolutely go through Dragon Force Czar, who picked Fuyuhiko, said it didn't go so well, then acknowledged your investigating companion Kyoko Kirigiri, who came in second to Teru Teru. That's all the time we got. Not all the time we got, but that's all the comments that we had. Thank you guys for the comments. You love to see them. You love to read them. Do I have a question this time? It's almost the new year. I didn't have, like, I didn't view anything with the boys. We usually watch wrestling, and then I was like, we ask each other, like, little fun questions or just go through a bunch of random shenanigans, you know, like the things that you do with your friends. So I don't have any questions from those conversations. But maybe I do have one just for, you know, 2024 is coming up. Is there anything that you wish you would have done in 2023 that you instead plan to do better in 2024? Let me know that in the comments. Or maybe if there's anything you want to learn in 2024, because there's a couple things I want to learn in 2024. I do kind of want to learn I think I'll answer my question now. I kind of want to learn the piano a little bit, but not like, you know, I'm a piano genius. I'm not trying to go kaede on y'all, but I like to learn it a little bit, learn a couple of songs. And I do have a electronic piano over there that connects to the computer, so I might have some fun with that at some point. Clearly off camera, because I don't know nothing about piano. I know which keys are which note, and I know just from actual music theory, because I played trombone for many years, chords and chord progressions and what goes when and where, and what sounds nice. It's just going from really just playing bass clef a whole bunch to having a, bass and treble clef. I can read treble clef not as well as I can read bass clef. Like, I can look at bass clef and be like, oh yeah, easy, this. Yeah, we're reading out here. Treble clef, I know which lines and which are the spaces, but sometimes it'll take me a second. I was like, nope, that's bass clef, not treble. Regardless. And I guess when they're stacked, it kind of just goes da-da-da-da, and then you go from one then. So you know what? I'm gonna give myself a little bit more credit. I can probably read it better than I think, but it's gonna take me like a minute, a hot minute. And who knows how many hot minutes I have. I'm a very busy lad. Cool. That's all I got. First, second, third, easy pickings. I'm going all Ultra Despair Girls. I'm going Taichi the Doctor for first. I'm going Kotoko for second. I'm gonna go for Genocide Jack for third. Rune for one of my squad homies. That being said, I think it's time to end this thing. And by end this thing, I mean actually begin this thing, because we're not ending anything yet. Asnir, Hank! Boy, what are you doing here? It's good to see you. Wave to the people, Hank. Hello. Hank, you're not Asnir. So what's up? Oh, you want... with the state of everything that's going on, Hank, I don't know if that's a really good idea. Your heart's really set on this? We'll talk to Wednesday and we'll find someone. We'll find... I just want to make sure you're safe, Hank. The people love you. Like, look at his derpy little face. They love you, Hank. But if you want it, I guess I can... It's a new year. We shouldn't just say no to you here. Hank wants to fight too. So at Friday Night Inferno, Hank's gonna fight in January, the first Friday of the year. We're gonna find him an opponent. I don't know who it's gonna be, but Hank, we're gonna find you someone who's not actively looking to cause harm and seek... Nai's still around, Hank. Are you sure? Alright, Hank. I'll hold you like Rafiki held Simba. I guess you're going to Inferno. I hate that. We're gonna have to find... Oh, what's on the back of your head? We'll find someone for you, my lad, I suppose. That being said, we do have a show to get ahead of ourselves, don't we? Let's do it. Oh, Hank, I really wish you didn't. I'm worried about him, you know? I'm worried about him. We'll have to find someone like easy for him, you know? Easy peasy. Maybe we'll put him in a tag team match. You know, he will take less damage. We love Hank out here. I'm trying to protect him. Asnir, I'm trying to protect him. Protect these kids. Alright, how many times? 2 times? We're tossing and 2 times we're simulating. Wasn't that fitting? We got the whole cast here. It could be a longer episode, but more importantly, I could see a couple of these things happening. One of them, exclusive, I guess 2 of them are exclusive to Brand Steel. They have happened in tag team. One of them hasn't happened at all. And we'll see. It's a big episode. We haven't had like a big episode in a minute. Let's see if that big episode causes some things to unfurl. I didn't resimulate. I was ready to click proceed and I didn't click this 2 times. 1 time. And 2 times. There we go. Now I'm ready. Three things could happen, I think, today. It's a matter of will they happen. Let's proceed and see. First and foremost, it is the bloodbath. They're the horn bearers, and the horns are astounding? Astounding? Astounding is what they are, and they're sounding the astounding sounding horns. Thank you, horn bearers. We won't let you dilly and dally too much because you are all in the game for the most part. As Kotoko, Celeste, and Gundam arrive to the games as a group, our penalized 50 luck as a result. Izioi runs away from the cornucopia. I don't know why I've run into an accent. Rantaro runs away from the cornucopia. Hajime trips over his own feet. Akane's in this match. She better not summon some alligators. Sakura, Monokuma, Teruteru, Seiko share everything they've gathered before running. Mukuro decides to go back to the cornucopia to search for supplies that could have been left during the bloodbath. When she finds the middle of the arena, the cornucopia is not there. Kazuichi grabs a backpack and retreats to Ruruka. Antonia tried to find a way to escape. Chisa, Hiroko, Masaru start a fight, but Hiroko runs away as Chisa takes out Masaru. The poor lad! A stray bolt of lightning causes Kurumi and Genocide Jack to switch bodies. Mitarai decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Izuru doesn't realize that dying doesn't mean anything. This endless cycle of despair. He's gonna live it up this game. He's learning. Oh my! Crazy Oko Large gets a kitchen knife and takes out Komaru. Glad I didn't pick her because I was about to. Monodam finds a book entitled To Cook Togami, a beginner's guide. Togami is both amazed and horrified at the level of detail within this book. I feel like he might be unfazed at this point. Hifumi runs away from the cornucopia. Juzo works on a plan to overthrow Monokuma. Kurokuma runs away from the cornucopia. Sayaka runs away as well. Monosuke uses a shovel to kill and bury Ibuki, who hasn't really had a great year. Not a great year. Uncharacteristic for Ibuki. Tengen begins working on a plan to overthrow Monokuma. Kokichi runs away from the cornucopia. Taka already killed Yuta at the start, but is penalized because, well, the horns hadn't sounded yet when he killed Yuta. As punishment, Taka is automatically eliminated for violating the rules. That's not a secret achievement, but I know that's something that I considered being a secret achievement, and this is the only time it's popped up this season. Taichi strangles Angie with a rope. Kyoko runs away from the cornucopia. Usami finds a model cornucopia in the cornucopia. Mew takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Shurakuma is possessed by Asner of the 39th dimension. Watch out. Monoko is forced to come out of the deepest pits of the underworld, and she's not happy. Mahiru is approaches Crazy Oko, her friend, Monokid, her not friend, and Kaede, her buddy, I guess, and tells them that she'll be killing them all this game. That's some real bravado from our world pancake champion. Corey runs away from the cornucopia. I'm going to explain to Monokuma that he's not supposed to be here, that this is a mistake. Hina, Junko, Mondo, and Jotaro share everything they've gathered before running off. Monotaro gets carried away and challenges Monokuma. In response, Monokuma rips him in half. Well, as his own son. Kibo grabs Chihiro by the leg and smashes him against the ground repeatedly. By the time he finishes, Chihiro has been completely pulverized. Nekamaru takes a running start. Superman punches Maya, sending her flying across the arena. If anyone could do that, it would be Nekamaru Munakata. Begins to bully Ryoma relentlessly. Fuiko attacks Himiko, but Mukuro protects her, killing Fuyuhiko. Oh my gosh, who would have thunk? The Mukuro Himiko vibes. Kizakura finds a torn photo of Samugi within his pocket, the word friend scribbled on the back. Leon runs away from the cornucopia. Peko scares Shuichi away from the cornucopia. Gozu runs away from the cornucopia, so does Toko. Hiro seals Makoto in a barrel of explosives, rolls over to Tinko, then shoots it. Tinko dies in the explosion, but Makoto somehow makes it out unharmed. That is the true meaning of ultimate luck. Haiji runs away. So does Daisaku. Nagisa finds a torn photo of Kaito with the word daddy scribbled on his back. Is Kaito really the father of Nagisa? Based on genetics, the blue hair and the light eyes, who would be the mother? Mikan runs away from the cornucopia. Akane enters the game feeling a little under the weather, so Chiaki and Maki comfort her and offer. They don't take care of her, they offer to take care of her this game. Thank goodness you're feeling a little under the weather and not interested in holding a sermon, Akane. Nagito gets on one knee and proposes to Fat Togami. Fat Togami accepts. They happily skip away from the cornucopia together. That's an interesting duo. Fat Togami, he basically got you killed. Monofini snatches a pair of sides as we proceed to day 1. Juzo wakes up from a long nap. Asner's named one of his children after Munakata. Hiro smells a rat. Kaede bashes Reizoko's head in with a mace. Okay, well, Kaede, she's really a Silent Akamatsu again, isn't she? Sakura spends the day walking around in shoes made of Lego. She's transcended beyond humanity. Daisaku and Rantaro play cards. Daisaku loses all of his life points and is killed for it. Genocide Jack holds Gozu's head underwater. Gozu grabs her arm, pulls her into the lake with him. They both are unable to kill one another, so they simply swim away. Sayaka, as an AV's Wares and Despairs employee, prepares for the inevitable shopping raid. Nagisa wakes up, has pancakes for breakfast, and now my guy, my employee of the month, has earned entry into the World Pancake Championship match. There's a chance that he could be a double champion at some point. It's going to be tough for him because I think he'll probably defend his championship before that happens. Because we don't have a full game yet. But it could get full soon. Tokiko signs a petition to change American e-ball to football. Hifumi trips comically on a banana peel, placed banana peel and fell flat on his bottom. There we go. Mukuro receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. There's 2 Mukuros. There's another one. Hiroko receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor, or rather a man dressed as a wizard. Mukuro asks Avi if she can be the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Avi says no. Izuyoi plants some trees. Usami questions Mondo's sanity. Monodam overhears Samugi and Kori talking in the distance. Mayu glares at Gunman, says, "Do you want to die?" Gunman runs away. Gonta, Kurakuma, Leon join the Adventurers Guild. Gonta's a righteous knight. Kurakuma is a wizened wizard, and Leon is a janitor. Nekamaru and Mikan work together to toss Chiaki's items into lava. Mikan and Nekamaru work together to toss cheetahs. She's Chester Cheetah now. She's Chester Chiaki. She's Chiaki Cheetah. Her items are in lava. Nekamaru beats Teru with a ladder. Shuichi, Monokuma, Sonia argue over what ingredients to buy from Avi's Wares and Despairs, the best arena supermarket of all time. Chisa puts cat ears on Mai. She's embarrassed about all of this. Fun fact, Kaito's here specifically just to suffer. Togami puts cat ears on Azuru. He's also embarrassed. Kibo glares at Haiji, says, "Do you want to die?" Haiji runs away. The rating pistol rates Mitarai 84 points. Celeste, I forced her to work at Avi's. I was like, you know what, the squad, everyone has to do it in the squad. Come on, Celeste, you gotta. Kurumi and Monofini thinks this is a good opportunity to score free food from her. Ryoma throws some sand into Pekko's eyes, causing her to go temporarily blind from the rest of the game and got out. Wait, hold on. Did it get past her glasses? Okay. Ruka pimp slaps Monosuke off of a cliff. Shirokuma goes hunting. Akane, Hina, Jotaro, and Seiko join the Chad Septic Eye cult. Okay. Muse sets up an ice cream stand. Monokid joins his Muse faithful assistant. Kyoko, Makoto, and Crazy Yoko track down and kill Himiko, and, well, she's not the only one who perishes here at the end. Because Tengen works at Avi's Wares and Despairs and is sick and tired of so many people defecting to Yoko's. He burns it down. Luckily, Junko, who works there, Junko, really? Okay. Unfortunately, just bought insurance last week, rather, unfortunately, Monica, Maki, Kizakura, Fatsugami, and Kokichi all get burned alive. Tengen considers this a win. Junko, you fiend. Kazuichi gets drenched in honey sticky. Katoko, suddenly claims Natsukamoto's for every reason in particular, and Taichi mistakes the year of the Zenith for the year of the Ascent and is promptly killed, even though it's the year of the Radiance. That man's is out of his mind. Hind. Oh, I guess we're shopping today, huh? I suppose it's shopping time, is it not? Oh. There's a flash sale at Avi's Wares and Despairs. Ruka gets her leg caught in the automatic door. Kaito uses the opportunity to murder a trapped Ruka. Kaito buys a 6 set of nunchucks. Shirokuma gets fired and runs off crying. Kyoko and Katoko fiercely snag coupons from their shelves. Ryoma cuts Hiro in line. Hiro cuts Ryoma with a knife. Hina gets her luck on the automatic door. Genocide Jack works at AV's, clocks out, heads back to the arena. You're dang right she does. Hifumi takes too many free samples and is killed off by security. Corey gets his luck on the automatic door. Leon, Kazuichi, and Chiaki go shopping in the freezer section. Monofini locks them all in, freezing them to death. Mario forgets her wallet and is kicked out of the store by security. The same happens to Kurakuma. Tengen Mitarai fiercely snags some coupons. Hiroko tips over an aisle which falls like dominoes, taking out Makoto, Togami, and Pekko in the process. Gozu takes a free sample but has an allergic reaction and perishes. We are not liable for that, great Gozu. Mikan also trips, admittedly, and tips over an aisle, which causes Juzo, Teru, and Shuichi to get crushed by aisles that fall like dominoes in the process. Monokid gets his luck on the automatic door. Samugi uses the opportunity to murder a trapped Monokid. Tragic. Maya gets her luck on the automatic door. Nagisa and Nagito jousts with shopping carts. Only Nagisa survives. Akane forgets her wallet, goes back to the, no, doesn't just go back, she gets kicked out by security. Munakata and Izue fiercely snag some coupons. Celeste sneaks into the back room and finds the dead bodies of Mukuro and Gonta. She runs out of the store terrified without figuring out what happened back there. Mew also tips over now, taking out Sayaka, Mondo, and Sakura in the process. Nekomaru takes a free sample, is allergic, perishes. Seiko, Azuru, jousts with shopping carts. Only Seiko survives. Toko sneaks in the back room. Mana Dam and Kibo are both dead back there. That's a that's a major L for Arrow. Crazy Yoko and Haiji fiercely snack some coupons. Who knows who did that? Monokuma forgets his wallet is kicked out by security. Junko also sneaks in the back room and finds Usami and Sonya dead. She runs out terrified. Kurumi and Jotaro joust with shopping carts. Only Kurumi survives. Chisa, Gundam team up to catch the most sales possible. And Rantaro cuts Mukuro in line. Mukuro cuts Rantaro with a knife. We lost quite a few. 49. Oh. It's a big old Claire de Lune 4. Hajime, Masaru, Komaru, Ibuki, Taka, Yuta, Angie, Monotaro, Chihiro, Fuihiko, Tenko, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Daisaku, Monosuke, Himiko, Monica, Maki, Kizakura, Fat Togami, Kokichi, Taichi, Ruruka, Ryoma, Hifumi, Leon, Kazuichi, Chiaki, Makoto, Togami, Peko, Gozu, Juzo, Teru, Shuichi, Monokid, Nagito, Mukuro, Gonta, Sayaka, Mondo, Sakura, Nekomaru, Azuru, Monodam, Kibo, Usami, Sonya, Jotaro, Rantaro. Well, I'll be. We'll see everybody's statuses. I have no idea how many people are left. 34. I was gonna say that was definitely more than half of our competition. We'll still do a slow scroll, but like, look at this. These casts were decimated. Look at not Ultra Despair Girls. Look at Danganronpa 2. They're down to just the 5. And Ultra Despair Girls is down to just the 5 as well. V3 is down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Danganronpa 3 is doing a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the Bears are down to just 4. Okay. Alright, let's keep on going. That's it is what it is. Night 1 sees Izue tries to stay up all night to cast a mastermind but falls asleep. Kyoko finally finishes her novel. Crazy Yoko wants to give Avi to give Sayaka a chance. She should be a goner for that. Toko hits Monophony with some sweet chin music. Genocide Jack and Shirokuma hold hands. Kori, Celeste, and Juko ambush Mikan, but Mikan's able to fend them off using only a broomstick. She probably, let me tell you what happened. This was probably Mikan trying to use a broomstick. She tripped. The broomstick flew into like a chandelier, and the chandelier probably like cascaded down onto all 3 of these, perfectly trapping them so Mikan could get away. There's no way she did that on her own merit. Hiroko threatens Monokuma in fluent Japanese. Chisa hates Mukuro so strongly she created a squad against Mukuro. Maya and Munakata cuddle together for the night. As soon as Maya falls asleep, Munakata stabs her. Oh my. Hiro and Akane discuss if that big stone is a boulder or a rock, and you know what, for some reason, I feel like these two would actually have that conversation. Nagito exploits Mitarei's kindness and has him do very humiliating tasks for him. Tengen challenges Gundam to a dance-off. Gundam absolutely dominates. Kaede helps Avi out and opens a rival establishment to the Waffle House called the Pancake House. Welcome to the Pancake House. We've got pancakes and not Mickey Mouse because he is copyrighted and I don't want to get sued by Disney. Mew is bitten by a black mamba, but Mahiru is able to save her life with some anti-venom. Good job, Mahiru. Kurumi and Katoko tell each other their greatest fears in order to grow each other's trust. Hina gets the sound of my soundboard and oh, Hina's already been bloody. What are you doing, girl? Why would you do such a thing? Hina, it was already extremely bloody. What are you, oh no. Ibuki graces Seiko and Kurokuma for the rest of the game, and Samugi introduces Kaito and Haiji to her imaginary friend. There's nothing there. Day 2 begins with Katoko confesses how much she comes to hate Haiji. Haiji runs away crying. Well, I mean, deserved Haiji. Mew dyes her hair gold. Hiro trips on a comically placed banana peel, falls on his bottom. Hina investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Akane can see the end of the horizon. Hatsune Miku Monofony goes Nyanyai to annoy Mikan. She practices her archery. Tengen makes a love poem for Mahiru. In fact, just a poem, not a love poem. Sumugi overhears Nagisa and Mukuro talking in the distance. Shirokuma asks Junko, says, "Do you think I'm some sort of clown?" Junko shrugs and says, "Maybe," which is interesting, considering. Toko and Kyoko play tricks on Monokuma while Hiroko steals from his room. Kaede remembers about the year of the Ascent. Kori is the king of 5 Nights at Freddy's. Kaito smells a rat. Crazy Yoko, Munakata, Celeste, and Mitarai raid Seiko's camp while she's hunting. Gundam uses Slash Clone Karumi, but AV disabled cheats. I had to say, Gundam, I have to disqualify you, man. Gosh darn it. Izoi spins so fast, he becomes a human Beyblade. Kurokuma receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Genocide Jack is not funny, has never been funny, and never will be funny. We lost just 2. I mean, you know, after what we saw before, that's not that bad in the slightest. In fact, it's just a Claire de Lune 4. Maya and Gundam. We'll peek at the statuses. I'll go through everybody this time. There's Hina, Celeste, Junko, Kyoko, Mukuro, actual Mukuro, Toko, and Hiro. We also still have Akane, Crazy Yoko, Mahiru, and Mikan from Danganronpa 2. Ultra Spare Girls still have their 5, Kotoko, Hiroko, Haiji, Crazy Genocide Jack. I mean, that's not wrong, is it? And Nagisa, our champion. We still have Asylum Akamatsu here with Kaito, Karumi, Kori, and Mew, and Samugi hanging in there. District 5 sees Chisa, Munakata, Mitarai, Seiko, Izoi, and Tengen. Watch out for Seiko, she is a beast. Monokuma, still for the Bears, as well as Kurokuma, Shirokuma, and Monofony. That's our lot. Who won the last Ordeal game of 2023? I'm wrong. We'll find that out tomorrow. But who won the last Brand Steel game of 2023? That we find out today, and that we see as we proceed as Crazy Hiyoko and Kaede have a pose off. Kaede wins. Maki grabs Samugi by the throat. Nagisa sings a romantic song to Shirokuma. When the two begin to lean in for a tender kiss, Nagisa notices Mew filming them both, which makes Nagisa shout at Mew. Monokuma sets up a rival store for Avi's wares and despairs. You better not. Hiro attempts to find all the lore on Slugma face. Junko finds a sleeping Kaito, raises her hand. You can't see me, waving in front of her face before dusting off her shoulder, falling flat. Fist first onto Kaito's face. Chisa, stop being selfish. Hina, Karumi, Izoi enter a scrum with Akane, Toko, and Kotoko. Argue for what the best, or who rather the best girl in Danganronpa is. I feel like that depends on the week. Mukuro cuts off both of Mahiru's arms. Monofony berates Hiroko for not protecting her brother better. Kurokuma and Genocide Jack discusses that big stone is a boulder or a rock. Mikan is killed by Mitarai before she can go to the planned meeting she had with Haiji. Celeste walks into a portal, gets her molecules got all rearranged. She gets ghost powers. Tengen threatens Kori in fluent Japanese. Kyoko burns down Avi's. Kyoko swears it was an accident, but Seiko says that she saw Kyoko burn it down deliberately because, look, that's my janitor. If anyone would be seeing it, it'd be her after hours cleaning up the store. Kyoko, get out of this game. Munakata hops into an inflatable cauldron and makes jokes about how his emergency food he might have a problem. Yeah, he might. Munakata then reminds you to stay hydrated, so maybe he doesn't have that much of a problem. Toko wants a nickname similar to Sharpshooting Steel-Minded Big Sister Sarah. Mew silently snaps Nagisa's neck. Oh, I don't like that. Kurokuma asks Avi if he can be in the next World Pancake Championship Invitational. You know what, Kurokuma? I do believe that I won't. Mahiru isn't surprised that Jack has made it this far. Kaito smacks the taste out of Chisa's mouth. Crazy Yoko, however, challenges Shirokuma and Mukuro to an Anything Goes pancaking competition. Shirokuma, and not Kurokuma, the other half. I'll let you in, though. You pancake-eating fool. You love to see it. Haiji, Mitarai, and Seiko hunt for other tributes. Hiroko, Monokuma, Samugi, Karumi, Hina, and Kori have a scrum debate on who the best protagonist is. Akane works for Yoko's, which happens to be hiring. Izoi is horrified when Tengen goes to a job interview for it. They would hire him. Hiro exclaims not the Naegis for no reason in particular. Kaede wakes up immediately and has pancakes for breakfast, earning entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Keep that in mind. Kaede could be doing a whole lot of work in the series. Junko received medical splash from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard, and Celeste Bebe. Okay. All right. Okay. What is up with all of this? What, Hank? We have 2 arena events in a single game. That doesn't happen all that often. The tributes are all forced to work in the arena's new restaurant rather, Hank's. Let them cook. Haiji attempts to finish his creme brulee. Unfortunately, the torch is set to the highest setting and scorches the dish, and Kurumi Mukuro is kicked out of the kitchen for trying to mix Pepsi and milk. Good. Katoko accidentally locks herself in the freezer. Monokuma has no idea how to cook and just mixes a bunch of ingredients together. It's incredible. Hank puts it on the menu. Hiro is kicked out of the kitchen for trying to mix Pepsi and milk. Why are you all trying to make PILK? Mitarai cooks a 5-star meal. Celeste has no idea how to cook and mixes a bunch of ingredients together. It's also incredible. Hank puts it on the menu. Monofony burned the salad she was trying to make. How? Okay, Mew is kicked out of the kitchen for trying to mix. All of y'all who are trying to make this PILK gang, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go for real. Stop. More? Y'all need to stop. Kaito attempts to finish his creme brulee. Unfortunately, it's set to the highest setting, scorches the dish, and genocide Jack. Corey's kicked out for trying to make PILK. Get out of here, Corey. I'm serious. Get out of here with that PILK. Hiroko and Kurokuma duel it out with butcher's knives in the kitchens. Kurokuma fatally stabs Hiroko. Izui does not cook by the book and makes a pretty explosive cake. While in the oven it explodes, killing Akane, Samugi, and Mahiru. Crazy Yoko accidentally locked herself in the freezer as well. All the kiddos locking themselves in the freezers. Tengen has no idea to cook. Just mixes some stuff together. It's incredible. Hank puts it on the menu. Chisa attempts to cook her creme brulee. The torch, highest setting, scorches the dish, and Munakata, the despair he probably feels. Hina and Kaede duel it out with butcher's knives. Hina fatally stabs Kaede. Who would have thunk? Shirokuma slips on a carrot, falls backwards into an industrial deep fryer. Oh, the bear he's crispy. Kentucky Fried Shirokuma. Toko has no idea how to cook. Mixes some stuff together. It's incredible. Hank puts it on the menu. Junko and Seiko duel it out with butcher's knives. Seiko fatally stabs Junko, and we now are down to much less. Not saving Grace Picks yet, but we are probably going to get the feast too after this. Clear Day Lumen 4. Mikon, Kyoko, Nagisa, Kurumi, Katoko, Genocide Jack, Hiroko, Akane, Samugi, Mahiru, Crazy Yoko, Munakata, Kaede, Shirokuma, Junko. Alright, let's peek. So we have 17 left. 7 more into your saving grace picks, but we are in feast range now. We have Hina, Celeste, Mukuro, Toko, and Hiro. All of Danganronpa 2 is out. The sole survivor for Ultra Despair Girls is Haiji. V3 still has Kaito, Corey, and Mew. Danganronpa 3 is cooking. They still have Tengen, Izui, Seiko, Mitarai, and Chisa, and the bear still have Munakata, nope, Monokuma, Munakata's dead, Kurokuma, and Monofony. 17 left. 7 more into your saving grace picks, but for right now, we tiptoe a little bit further. Next round sees Monofony steals Izui's first kiss. It wasn't Haruka? Well, I'll be. Seiko stabs Chisa with a tree branch. Well, I'll be. Haiji thinks about winning. Hina lets Tengen into her shelter. Mitarai does her orange. Mitarai is like a ginger, might not be the worst decision. Kurokuma tucks Kaito in bed and gives him a goodnight kiss. I tell you what. Corey wakes up, tied and gagged to a chair. Toko giving him the worst torture imaginable, watching Marmaduke 2002 on loop. Monokuma tries to enter the secret underground casino that's in the arena, gets turned away by the bouncer. Mew commits tax evasion. Celeste eats a sandwich to restore her health to full. Delightful. Hiro experiences the effects of Wednesday breaking the space-time continuum. Those effects are death, fair enough. And Mukuro passes out from exhaustion. We now do have the feast, and the feast says the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, memoirs from tributes, families, Monofony. Sobs while gripping a photo of her family and friends. Kurokuma and Celeste get into a fight over raw meat. Celeste gives up and runs away. Kaito shoots a poisonous dart into Mew's neck, killing her. That's entourage on entourage violence. Haiji snaps Monokuma's neck. He don't really have so much neck, but you sure did it. Mitarai falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Seiko's trap kills Toko. Hina accidentally steps on a landmine. Oh my gosh, Mukuro sets Izuo on fire with a Molotov, and Tengen falls into a frozen lake and drowns, and we still have a day to get through. We lost a good chunk. We might be within like your final 6 at this point. Let's see. Seiko finds my secret stash of pancakes. I'm rooting for you, Seiko. Mukuro does a sick kickflip. Sick! Monofony isn't surprised that Kurokuma's made it this far. Kaito confesses his love for Haiji. Haiji says, cool, see you, homie, and leaves. And Celeste reaches her hand towards the screen. The watchers and safe, run! The claws! They'll get you. We are down to your final 7, unless there's another arena event. For a second, I thought there might have been 10 gone, a perfect 10 on this day, in the final Clair de Lune of the episode 4. Chisa, Kori, Hiro, Mew, Monokuma, Mitarai, Toko, Hina, Izuyoi, Tengen. Well, we got 7. 7 left, and everyone still has 1 left except for Danganronpa 2, which is not characteristic for them because usually their cast kind of crushes. But maybe it's going to be a new year for another cast. Who is going to walk out of this one? I'm not sure, but you might need some new picks. Hey. New year, new picks. Well, it's not a new year yet, so same old year, so yeah, I mean, we still got some same old. Saving Grace picks. District 1 sees Celeste. Celeste, the holly jolly one. She does love her holidays, and you know what? This is almost a holiday celebration. It's a year-end celebration. Could she pick up a victory here today? Could she potentially walk into the finales with the tag team championships, retain those, and then also win the singles championship? We could see Celeste walk in to 2024 decked out in gold. Mukuro, still hanging in there. Mukuro needs some love. She needs this. Mukuro technically had like 2 opportunities this episode because the funnies. District 3 sees Haiji. Still hanging tough. Who would think that he would be the last survivor of this group? Well, he sure is. District 4 still sees Kaito. Luminary of the Losers also did make a name for himself in the past. Not this year, but like last year. But this year in the AWE, he made a name for himself. Early on, in the first half of the year, that was him. He was him. Seiko has made a name for herself everywhere she's gone. In fact, Seiko, who knows, maybe she'll want to peek into the AWE again. She's been there once, can she do it again? And lastly, we have Kurokuma and Monofini. Monofini, who's held that singles title before. Could Monofini sneak into the finale and get it again? Who knows? Kurokuma wants to do it too. The vulgar knight of the round table, will he sweep through and take a W? Make your picks first, second, third. I'm gonna make mine right now. I gotta take Seiko for first. That's my janitor. We go way back. Band-Aid days, you love to see it. Hall of Famer. Mwah. Seiko, we love you. Second, I'm gonna take Celeste. I'm gonna snatch Celeste for second because, well, member of the squad. Tag team champion. I think she's gonna cook. Third, I'm actually gonna take Mukuro. I think Mukuro is not going to shock the world, but she's going to do what she's capable of and best everyone who's left. In fact, bold claim, she'll beat everybody except for the top 2. She'll defeat everybody, kill everybody except for the top 2 who's left in this game. That's my bold claim, but these are your final 7, and they are all caught with their hearts beating, pulsing with the same pace, the same pulse, the same fate, and perhaps, the same determination, perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Listening to this song, I really actually do hope that we get the final part of the final chapter of Your Turn to Die. I think that's my most anticipated. I'm gonna say that's my most anticipated release because we've been on the Your Turn to Die grind for a hot minute, and I've loved every second of it. But let's proceed and see what holds dear next. Because Seiko and Kaito huddle together for once, it's a little bit awkward. Mukuro ain't afraid of no ghost. Kurokuma is actually fairly terrified by some ghost. Haiji gets mad because Celeste tells him Monofini to count how many sand particles are in the desert. Why is there a desert in the arena in the first place? Well, Monofini's gonna count, and she's gonna let us know how many there are. Seiko's unknown sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. Kurokuma beats Celeste with a ladder. Mukuro holds Kaito's head underwater. Kaito grabs her arm, pulls her into the lake with him. Both strippers are unable to kill one another, so they simply swim away. Haiji attempts to strangle Monofini, but awkwardly ends up massaging her shoulders. We are down nobody, but we proceed to see. Kurokuma asks Haiji to murder Seiko, which Haiji declines. Mukuro burns down AVs. Mukuro says it was an accident, but Celeste says that she saw Mukuro burn it down. Apparently I don't believe Celeste. I mean, she does a lot of lying, so you know what? I don't really trust her. But you know what? I trust her to get the job done, so still win this one, Celeste. Monofini feeling especially kind of nice gives Kaito a muffin. Nobody perishing yet either. People are perishing now. But I think just, no, two people. Seiko grabs a burning log, hurls it at Mukuro's tent, setting up flame, roasting Mukuro alive. Celeste reminds you, yes, you, dear viewer, to stay hydrated. Maybe that's why she was reaching her claws over to you last time. She was like, I've got a bottle of water. Here, take it. Stay hydrated. Haiji attempts to do a cool skateboarding trick, but ends up with his gut splattered on the pavement. Stick to motorcycles, my guy. Monofini uses a special attack on Kaito, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. It did no damage, but Kurakuma becomes spherical. He becomes Ball Kurakuma. We lost 2. We're at your final 5, and it is declared a terrible turnabout for Mukuro, Haiji. You know, I think these 3 secret achievements that are exclusive to Ortseal just aren't gonna hit. They're just not gonna hit. We'll see everybody's statuses one more again. We have Celeste, the final competitor for Danganronpa 1. We have nobody for Ultra Despair Girls. We have Kaito, the final one for Danganronpa V3. We have Seiko for Danganronpa 3, and we do still have Kurakuma and Monofini still hanging in there for the Bears. That's your final 5, and between those lie Kurakuma, Monofini, Seiko, Kaito, and Celeste. We are all watching them fondly. It's the final 5 that are all what we like to call within our final 5 crises of fate. Let's make it happen. Final 5. Who will walk out with a W? It could all end right now, and it does not. In fact, everyone's alive as Monofini. Her allergies keep her up all night. Kaito and Seiko enter Kurakuma's mind. It was a pleasant trip filled with sunshine and rainbows. Celeste accuses Avi of not being the real Avi? I've never heard such a thing. Never heard of such a thing, indeed. Kurakuma receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Monofini, Bay. Seiko's trapped in a box. Oh no. Schrodinger's Seiko. Will she be dead or alive? Kaito remembers about season 3, and Celeste receives a gift from her secret mind. It's a sword. Is Seiko dead, or is she here? She is still alive. Still 5 left. Well, there's now just 1 left. Well, this seems to happen quite a bit often. Very often indeed. Kurakuma says, well, it's gonna be just you and me and Monofini, as he sets off an explosive taking out Seiko, Celeste, and Kaito. But Monofini discovers the mastermind and is killed for it. The death is made to look like an accident. As the train goes by, a new era begins. A man who doesn't get much opportunity makes the most of it today. Because there he is. The most vulgar knight of them all is your winner. Cigar in hand, golf club in cap. A man who doesn't have much success. A man who has been robbed of success, I believe, once in the past, but not today. Today is his day. It is the day of Kurakuma. It is the end of the year, and he ends it with a W. Takes the win. Kurakuma, congratulations. Kurakuma is not who I expected, but you know, in the final 5, I was like, it could be anybody. Will it be Kurakuma? It is. Takes the W. No secret achievements hit, which is shocking. Absolutely shocking. We have, in 10th place, Hina. Izio in 9th, Tengen, Mukuro, Haiji, Seiko 5th, Celeste, Kaito, all really in the same event, but Celeste, and Kaito in 4th and 3rd. Monofini took herself out because she discovered the mastermind, but with 4 KOs, 3 at the very end, Kurakuma takes that big old W. I suppose I did jinx some folks who weren't Kurakuma, so whoopsie-daisy. Congratulations once again to Kurakuma. And as we bring up the bracket, he joins that bracket. But will any of these other secret achievements be filled out, or will we see a whole bunch of fan votes? We'll scroll all the way to the bottom. We lost a whole bunch of people early, and then late game it just became like a battle, not even a battle of attrition, just a slow game. It became slow at the end, not a lot of KOs until Kurakuma said, okay, yeah, it's time to pull the plug. which is crazy. A game of 83 started with, as we proceed, Hajime tripping over his own feet and breaking his neck on the way down, but it all ended with an explosion and a discovery of the mastermind. The death was made to look like an accident. I guess Mnofani took herself out, unfortunately. Kurokuma, however, took advantage and took the win. Congratulations to the bear, the most vulgar knight. We proceed once again to see Kurokuma with a W. Seiko and Tengen had 5 KOs. Kurokuma had 4, Mukuro with 3, Chisa, Haiji, Hiro, Kaie, Dei, Kaito, and Mew all with 2, everyone else with 1 or none. That's all she wrote. Kurokuma takes that W, will go back to the reaping. And that's it. That's our episode. Good on you. Make sure to vote in the year-end awards and on the page. The homepage, the USA Theater homepage, to see which match gets run back at Friday Night Inferno. I'm excited for it. The first anniversary of Inferno is coming January 5th. I believe that's January 5th. The set's going to be slightly redesigned. It is going to be a fun time because it's essentially like a season 2. It'll be a good time. We'll probably upgrade the intro as well too if Wednesday finds the time. Until then, though, United States are taking off. Until Friday, where we'll see some more shenanigans, I'm sure. More shenanigans ensue. Ooh, toodaloo, flight crew. Thank you so much for watching.